Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 3. Last time, we defeated Kevin for the final time. After defeating Kevin and Shion, why did we accept her back into the party again? She's just going to betray us, right? We can't really trust her. Anyway, enough of that. So, since last time, you may notice I have a shit ton more money, higher levels, and all that good stuff. I also had a whole bunch more skill points, so I just learned some generic stuff. Pretty much most of the stuff we have was already the best stuff. You know, all your skills are good, any stats are good. Anything that I've learned lately has pretty much been level 3 all targeting elemental spells, level 3 single targeting elemental spells, and just anything like Medica L instead of Medica L all, because sure, why not? Most of these other stuff, it's just not necessary, but it's there if you're interested in that. I've also, and let's actually run back to the shop here real quick to show this. I did the grinding that I said I was going to do. It actually takes about 2.5 hours of game time strictly to do the grinding to get all of the Sephirotic canes, and as you can see I have 99 of them. It's a time-consuming process, but if you throw fast forward on, sit in a nice comfy chair, put on a podcast, or you know, whatever else you want to do, and then just sit there and play, just mute the audio for the game and just play. Works better if you have wireless controller. It's not too bad. It really isn't. I actually just finished doing that myself. So anyway, let's just take a look at those Sephirotic canes for a quick moment here. They sell for 5,000 a pop, so look at that. 500,000 right there. But don't sell those. It would be horrible to do that. That would be a very bad thing. But if you have all 99 of them, the dialogue from this person will be different. And we get the Gnosis Nail. And a power heal. Forgot we got that one. Fabulous? Nah. Let's take a look. I did get a couple other things in the meantime. Ziggy, ultimate weapon. It's good. But as far as ultimate weapons go, it's not really that good. Kind of unfortunate. All that effort for an item that really isn't all that great. Let's take a look. What did we get there? Should be around here somewhere. What did I get? Wasn't it power heal or something? Game, stop. Come on, game, stop doing that. Okay. Power heal? Okay, we didn't already have this one. Never mind. I was thinking we didn't. So, Life Leech we stole. Life Demon we stole. Power heal we just got. More HP drain. And this one is a rare drop from the enemies that you can farm the Sephirotic canes from. The other rare drop from them is this one. And this one is basically awesome in every possible way. Unfortunately, it took me, I went into a battle, I had 97. I was like, okay, one last battle and then I'm going to leave. And I got an Evangelist and one Sephirotic cane. I had 98, and I think that may have been something similar happened last time, and that's why I ended up missing out on all of the ones I needed, running all the way back to the ship and then having to run all the way back in. So yeah, really good item, but I almost had to waste 15 minutes again, because yeah. But anyway, that's a good item to get. Very, very good item. It's a rare one. This time I only got one as I was grinding up to 99. It works better if you have the character that you're using, Kaiser, which is the fastest way to kill the enemies. Your battle ends in under a minute, and if you're just killing enemies over and over and over again, it really doesn't matter for levels at this point. So I will show you the method I used and the enemy I fought when we get back in there, but before doing that, there's one other thing we have to collect. We go over here, press this button. After fighting Kevin, we got a database update. And congratulations, you've completed the database. 100%. Now, that doesn't mean there will not be updates. There will be updates to individual files. We had a couple of things here. I will go into this stuff later. I don't think that doesn't really matter at this moment. Yeah, so anyway, we've 100% percent completed the database, and we saw that line. And you're talking about segment file. Was it you who wanted to do it? Somebody down here was talking about it. Complete the database, which I have. Yeah, he's not very talkative, so you got to go see him. I believe it's one of these guys, is it not? Or is it the guy over here? Is it you? One sec. Okay, while I was running around, I came into the male changing room, dorm, whatever it is. I don't remember this guy being here. I guess he wanted a body earlier on? And he was a droid at that point. I still haven't found the person I'm supposed to talk to. I thought he was downstairs, but I'll go look. Okay, this game hates me. If you walk the wrong way around him, he won't even show up his dialogue. I was sure that it was the guy down here, but oh well. In honor of your effort, we get kibisses, or kibbles and bits, or whatever the hell that thing is. I believe that's a necklace. Maybe ring? Nope. I saw it there. This one! +3, 1500 HP, 300 EP. You get some abusive items really late in the game once you get everything. So let's give that to Momo. That's pretty much a perfect item for her. There we go. Maxes out her EP. Basically, that's just the party that I've been rolling with the last few battles there. Anyway, I'm going to head back into Mictum there and get all the way back to the end there. We'll watch a little bit of the cutscene toward the final, moving on toward the final battle. But pretty much all we have left now is plot. There are no more bonus dungeons. There are no more bonus enemies. There are no more bonus items. We've pretty much gotten everything. So anyway, I will meet you inside. Okay, I'm going to leave fast forward on for this. I just want to show you guys that if you are coming back through here after we've already done this and you don't want to get lost, basically just follow this. There's only one thing that we have to change, and I didn't really show this on my way through, but that's this one right here. So basically, once you get to this one, you switch this over, and then you'll be able to follow the rest of the thing all the way out. So you take the left path on the bottom side, then you hit the one thing in the middle, and hit the right one, and you can get through without any problems. Okay, we're back. Now, I said I was going to show you my method, and I'm going to put fast forward on for this, because my method for farming all the Sephirotic canes involves coming down here. This guy is in the way, so unfortunately you still have to deal with him. At this point, because it makes things go along a lot faster, and if you try and fight the enemies normally, it's going to take way too long. So Erdekaiser Sigma is pretty much the only way if you want to farm this stuff. That's how I did it in 2.5 hours. Basically, as long as you're going straight to it, if you have fast forward on, it's a little over an hour. It's really not so bad, but that depends, of course, on your net, if you're on an emulator, and if you care to use it. The other thing is the enemies actually, how there used to be 2 spawns of this guy in each of these rooms. Well, there's only one after you kill all of them the first time. So this is the only one that respawns in this particular room. And as far as I can tell, this is the fastest way to do it. You have to fight through one enemy group to get to him. To fight this guy, each of those battles takes about a minute, more or less, because of that. And we get our Sephirotic canes. We run all the way back up here and do this all over again. Yes, it's time consuming. No, it's not worth it because Ziggy's weapon really isn't that good. But that's basically the best way I've found in order to farm that. Now I'm going to set up for the final boss. Then we'll move on. Okay, we're set up for the final time. Equipment. Ultimate weapons. Oh yeah, I forgot to check this out. This is the ultimate armor that we got for beating, I believe it was Telos. So, definitely better on the defense side. You lose some strength, which I can definitely deal with. But it's entirely up to you. Doesn't particularly matter all that much. You do want your display data for the upcoming boss. Enhanced rings all around. Pick somebody and give awesome item to them. Give other awesome item to somebody else. Doesn't really matter who. Now, I've gone with status protection here, but if you're not going to do status protection, and it really isn't necessary, give somebody the General's bracelet because boss uses all of those elements. Give somebody 9 stones to absorb physical because that's an awesome item. And with your final one, I would either do this one, Warrior's Bracelet, specifically for lightning, or something like that to half physical. I would recommend that you keep the grand design on somebody. It doesn't really matter who. He only uses these 3 attacks anyway. In fact, I only think he uses 2 of them, but they're all pretty annoying, so just kind of be aware of that. And I don't think there is anything else I can move around. Have all the best stuff on. All right, let us go. As far as, you know, skills and anything like that, I just like these characters. Let's actually go into the skill line real quick, and I'm just going to kind of show quickly what I have for, well, I might as well do everyone. It really doesn't particularly matter. It's not here for you to kind of look individually. If you're playing along, which is the only way you would be interested in this kind of stuff, it's just to kind of see which ones are highlighted on yours versus mine. Obviously, I have a shit ton more points than is necessary at all in order to, you know, to beat the game or anything like that. And I gained like 5 levels while I was trying to grind for all those Sephirotic canes. But either way, I could have beaten the boss before. I don't have a lower level file with which to show that off anymore, but oh well. That's not a big loss. Anyway, I would recommend these 3 characters. You may want to bring Momo instead of Chaos, but I like these 3 because they can all deal physical damage, and Chaos has all the buffs, or a lot of the buffs that Momo has anyway, plus physical damage. Pretty much anyone would work. I wouldn't recommend Ziggy, but that's probably it. Even Xion would probably do better than Ziggy, but I like this party, mainly because I have the best 2 physically damaging characters in the game. Now, I said a couple of episodes back that because of the amount of time that we have devoted to cutscenes, I'm going to have to cut off at strange points. That will happen today. Kevin. And Wilhelm.
Look at that! Over there! That's Abel!
And Abel's here too.
Our ESs!
Impossible. How'd he transfer them?
I had a feeling it wouldn't be a good idea to leave them in your hands any longer. They all appear to have awakened, so I'll go ahead and retrieve them from you. You don't mind, do you, Yeshua?
Okay, I've mentioned it before, but he's referred to Chaos more than once by that term. There's a specific reason for that, and I will kind of go into it as the cutscene rolls along. Much of the end of the game takes place in cutscenes. There's the 12 vessels of Anima surrounding what we can only guess is Zarathustra. But much of it's done in cutscene form, so there's not a lot of point for me to stop and talk. So when we cut back to, slowly, these types of scenes, I'm probably going to do some pausing.
What the hell is that? That thing? That's Zarathustra?
We can only guess.
Xion, your will is even stronger than I expected. You are truly worthy of being the Maiden.
Now, the Maiden will pop up later on, and I will explain it more when there's a better opportunity to. But for now, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. What's really cool about this is normally you get to the end of a game. Hell, we're getting to the end of 3 games. You know, a series, a trilogy of games. Normally the boss of the game at this point is going to be like, yeah, I'm insane, I'm going to kill everything, blah, blah. He has the same calm demeanor throughout all these games. He never even betrays an emotion other than smugness.
Now I will make use of that power.
Please, wait. Xion is still...
I told you to stand down, Kevin. KOS-MOS failed, and you lost Telos as well. Even the maiden with the key has left you. Acknowledge the truth. You were unable to fulfill your role.
Yep, he's pretty much a failure all around. Fall in line, Kevin.
You're Wilhelm? What is Vector's CEO doing here?
Again.
That is
Really?
one of the phrases that defines me. However, words give people many forms.
This is awesome.
Vector's CEO, head of HIAMS, Ormus Patriarch, the Federation Executive Committee Director.
Which he was in the past.
All of those are nothing more than phrases that define me. They each define me, yet none of them are me. So far, the only one who can define me is you, Yeshua.
Now, I will explain the significance of that name once more information is revealed, but basically every time he uses it, he's referring to chaos. That's the one. That chaos.
Now, Xion, I'd like to start Zarathustra with the key you hold.
I have no intention of doing that.
Yeah,
I
probably not a good
expected
idea.
you to say that. You foolishly chose your death over restoring your time with Kevin. The preciousness of limited life, the beauty of death. You're intoxicated by that narcissism. It's such an incredibly human choice.
To live
But
instead of to die.
Your life
Yeah.
doesn't matter to me at this point. All
Somehow
I
that
need
doesn't
is your
surprise me.
power as the maiden, the key, and Mary.
I will explain the significance of the maiden.
Are you perhaps bewildered?
Later.
Zarathustra is one of the systems created by people in ancient times. It was used to ascend to the realm of God.
Wait,
It was
what?
orchestrated by Mary, and its power source was you. Right, Yeshua? But it didn't turn out the way they expected. God did not permit mankind's actions. So in order to prevent the destruction of the universe, I bestowed upon it a certain role.
Zarathustra.
That's right, Yeshua. The destruction you will bring.
Chaos?
Chaos? Who are you?
3 games! This has been going on for 3 games where he has not told us shit. How did it take you 3 games to ask who he is? That's just ridiculous. Oh well.
Everything that makes up this universe is connected by the collective subconscious.
The UMN. I've
Redoing
talked
everything
about that
from
before.
nothing by acting upon that collective subconscious and sending everything into the flow of imaginary time. This is the role I gave to the Eternal Circle, Zarathustra. Udu is God himself.
There's your proof.
The 2 Abels exist as Udu's observational terminals for this lower domain.
The 2 Abels would be, of course, Abel and his Ark. I believe that's been in the database before. It's hard to keep track because I've gone through all the future database entries. And yes, I know we got 100% of the database, but that doesn't mean it's over.
In order to assure the continuation of our world, we must seal them away. We will cover the eyes of God, remove his influence from this world, and effect the recurrence of wills through Zarathustra. And that is precisely the reason why I exist. Xion, you are the maiden. When you use your key, Mary can lead the wills from throughout the entire universe to Zarathustra.
Sadly, we don't learn a hell of a lot more about Wilhelm. Surprising, I know, but he remains an enigma beyond the scope of this game.
You're wasting your time. I have no intention of activating a system like this. Besides, mankind doesn't want that. We're all fighting to live this moment.
Are you sure? Large numbers of wills have already gathered here on their own. They all reject the world as it is now and wish for days long past.
That can't be. There's no way everyone will reject the universe.
The Gnosis.
Jin
Yes.
figured it out.
Gnosis are the form of people who have rejected others and the world.
They spend a lot of time talking about Gnosis, specifically in the first game, as this malevolent alien species that live on this other side of imaginary space, the temporal divide between the two. But as we've seen in cutscenes and throughout, and they've talked about it a little bit, the Gnosis are basically just people. All of them are just people. They explain more about it later on, but yeah, the Gnosis are people who have died and lost their way, basically.
They seek salvation, faced with being overcome with loneliness and fading away.
Sounds like the Testaments.
They choose instead to return everything to the beginning. Mary and I shall give them what they seek, the eternal recurrence. Are you ready to help now?
No.
You must be joking. No, I'll never do what you say.
Why would
see.
I help you in your evil plan?
That's too bad, for I am not as kind as Kevin.
That's kind of frightening. And just kind of grabs into the ether and goes, I can do this now. His expression never changes. He's always supremely confident, smug, basically
I told
omnipotent.
you, I have no interest in what happens to her, and I don't care.
What a
I
dick!
only need her desire to use the key, even if I have to force her. That is the reason why she is here.
Unfortunately, that's a spot where I'm going to have to cut
Stubborn,
off.
aren't we? How long can you stand it?
And in order to figure out how long she can actually stand it, you'll have to tune in next time because, yeah, hopefully I can manage to cram the next bit of cutscenes with the final boss, and then that'll be the next cutoff point, and then I'll just record straight through with the rest of the ending there and cut it up into parts. I just don't want to cut up, an hour and a half worth of cutscenes into parts. I like to have a proper introduction and ending to my videos. But anyway, like I said, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.